Hello, thank you for joining me today. And I would like to make an announcement today. And I had actually had a group session earlier,
Mm,
and what happened was we were talking about how I still have this tug of war within me that, as much as I go out and help people, I am a little scared because thinking that, well, am I not going to be able to meet the expectation of my clients and things like that? I am just going to be completely honest with you. This is kind of who I am, and I just want to be able to speak my mind. So one of the member and Ashley encouraged me and said that, you know what, uh, should go out and make an announcement, make a declaration. And so here I am. I'm asking you all to help me accountable because I'm just kind of tired of this tug of war because I do want to go out, put myself out there, but I kind of don't want to, so it's constantly back and forth, back and forth. In this, if I'm constantly in this um, state of mind, I'm never going to get anything done, and I'm never able to going to be able to serve anybody. So somebody once told me that, how dare you hiding the magic, that can potentially change somebody. So I thought that was right. You know what, I think it's time kind of keep on sitting on it and not doing anything about it. So I thought, well, today um, would actually be a very good day for me to just make this decoration. Especially, I just did some of the feng shui movement. I know it's not the first day of Chinese New Year, but kind of sort of is. So anyway, today is the day that we can prepare for the upcoming year of the ox. So what I want to say, so this is what I'm believing in, and I wanted to share with you guys just a little bit of what my belief is and my mission. So I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. I've been doing a lot of breakdown, to see how I want to structure it, my business program, and what I want to do. And really, what I'm really believing in is that liberation and fulfillment comes from knowing, being, and living the blueprint of your soul. So the reason I say that is because I felt like, talking about my own experience, is that I had such a hard time knowing who I was, even after I graduated from college. And I felt like, oh my gosh, I was like 20 something year old. I was 21, and I knew nothing about myself. Like, I didn't know what I like. I didn't really have a favorite color. And you asked me, who am I? Who was I? And I was like, I have no clue. Like, this is who I am. That's about it. So really, I knew very, very, very little about who I am. And um, the thing is, I was very lost. And even though I had a degree, I earned my credential and all the stuff, like, I was just very lost. But I'll save the story for you later. And so, one of the things that through my own spiritual journey, I actually found a lot of confidence, clarity, and freedom from just knowing who I am, through different modalities and studies and a lot of meditation and self reflection. But I just thought that, wouldn't it be cool to make it a mandatory class at school, like, even at an early age, we learn who we are, like how we study, how we learn, what we stand for, what are our values, all these things. It's so important to us, that make up who we are. But yet, I would say, I spent 20, 21 years at school learning all the subjects, in the world. I mean, not everything, but you know what I'm saying. You spend 20 years, 21, and sometimes 25, 26 years going to school, and you can learn anything under the sun except yourself. And without knowing ourselves, how can we be quote unquote successful in the world, right? Because there's a let me see if I can do it. Like, but there's a Chinese adage saying that if you know yourself or your team and you know the uh, opponent's team or the opponent, you are gonna win every single time. Now the problem is in today's day and age, we know a lot about the opponent, but we don't know enough about who we are. And so building something, and leading a, I would say, successful, and everybody's definition is different. Um, we got to know who we are, like what is our blueprint, what are we here for, what is our calling, what is our destiny, what are we good at, all these things. And so that we can make decision that is best for us, right? Now I want to move on to my mission, and I really wanted to share that because I'm asking y'all to help me accountable for, right? And please do that. Call me out if I'm hiding again. So my intention is to empower women by helping them to reconnect with their soul, to transform and let go of their blockages so that they can feel calm, peace, confidence, and love. And don't we all look for that? I would say most of us, maybe 99.9999%, and always leave a little room, right? We're all looking for love. Whether we are aware of it or not, we are all looking for love. And that's what Abraham Hicks were saying too. Looking for love at the wrong places. And I certainly have done that many, many times. And so, why do we want to be loved? Because we want to feel worthy, we want to feel deserving. So, you know, um, without knowing who we are, we can't really accept who we are, and we cannot embrace who we are, and we won't be able to love ourselves. Without loving ourselves, how can other people love us? Right? So everything starts from the within. When you're confident about yourself, that's what you're going to attract. When you love yourself unconditionally, that's what you're going to attract. Right? When you respect yourself, that's what you're going to attract. But many times we were doing things backward because that's how we were taught. Like, well, I will believe in it when you show me the proof. I will believe in it when I see the evidence. But that's backward. I wonder if you have encountered any situations, events, anything that happened in your life is you don't know why, but you just believe in something so strongly that even though everybody's telling you that it's not going to work out, it's not going to happen, but it did at the end. And that's also, if you can see that, that's the evidence that you have to believe in something first before they will show up. And it happened to me years ago, and I didn't know what I was doing, but for some reason I believed in something so strongly. And my husband said, like, I think you are ahead of yourself a little bit. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. Um, Don't be so confident, basically. That's what he was saying. And I was like, I don't know. I just believe in it so strongly. And at the beginning, it didn't work out, but I was okay with it. I knew that it's okay. I was at peace. I wasn't upset about it. And I knew that it will all work out at the end, meaning it might not be the same person, but I know that I'll be fine. And sure enough, 2, 3 months later, things turn around, and whatever that I believe so strongly, it happened. And looking back, it was because my belief was so strong. There is no other way except for it to happen. And talking about faith and trust, didn't know what I was doing, but it happened. And I will always use that example as my anchor. It's like believing in something that I cannot see, I cannot touch. There is not a contract in place, there is not a verbal agreement, but I believe in it so strongly that it had to happen. And it was amazing because I manifested something out of nothing. It just all in my mind and my imagination and my belief. And because I believe in it so strongly, and I'm like, I look around and so many people, and sometimes I was in that rabbit hole too. It's that how much we cage ourselves in. And it makes me really, really sad because when you don't see the cage, you won't ever complain. But I can see it. I can see how you look at things. I can see it and how you think about things, how you process information. And would you want people to let you know that, hey, you are thinking within the box? Maybe you wanted to open the lid and try something else, think of it from a different perspective, from a different angle, because that's many, many times that would totally change from how you look at things. So, again, I'm just making my declaration and I am sharing with you my mission statement. If anybody have any desire wanting to work with me, leave me a message, PM me, and I we can schedule a call. I can let you know more about what I do and how I can guide you to a more fulfilled and liberated life by freeing your mind. And I focus a lot on the emotional side as well, and as well as really getting down to guide you to get to know yourself a little bit more, at a much, much, much deeper level. Not so much about like what you like to eat or what kind of clothes you like, what kind of brand, not that at all, but it's really about what you stand for, what's your past history. We are going to unpack because many, many times a lot of the patterns they're just repeating, manifesting. It can be 10 different patterns, but they're all from the same storyline or the same root cause underneath. And I have stories about that I can share with you probably next time or anybody wants to know. But we sometimes, because it's so underneath the surface, you cannot see the interconnectedness. And I can tell you briefly is that I had a pattern that was within me that was related to my dad, my husband, and a I would say a male figure that I know. And it's surprising. At one point of time, I realized, oh my gosh, that's all related to one belief. that I've been holding pretty much my whole life, and it manifested different ways, with different people and different faces, but they're the same root cause. So when I clear that root cause, when I transmute that, transform that, and let it go, um, guess what? It take care of three things or more, right? Three things that I can identify, but it can be more. So again, I am going to say goodbye here, and I wish you a awesome day. And let me know if you have any questions. And I am um, relying on you guys to help me accountable. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I do feel a little different. I felt like I'm not rushing off and high after I go live. And yeah, so I appreciate you so much. Thank you, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.